Okay, so basically I need your guys' help. I've reviewed this twice with and without X-ray to try to see his view if he was cheating, and I also wanted to see without X-ray, you know, how a player would react and do things to look at it from a different point of view. With this case, I think that this guy is doing a very good job at hiding it. I don't think he's using the walls as an advantage to his aim, like as far as, you know, pre-shooting or having his crosshairs exactly where it needs to be. I think he's got his crosshairs off just a little bit to try to hide the fact that he's walling. And he's only using the walls to know where the threat is at. I've seen there's some people that are really good at hiding walls, and I think that that's what this guy is doing. And I'm gonna upload this real quick. I've went over this a few times, and I've postponed the evidence, or postponed my judgment, because I want your guys' vote. Let me know if you think that he's walling or not, and I'll kind of explain why as we go. And at first, it doesn't seem very suspicious at all. You know, it could be legit. It's about 4 or 5 rounds into it is where it really starts to get a little bit fishy.
Throwing a grenade.
Like right here, he can hear it. So that could be legit. They're kind of pushing him, so it's hard to tell walls if they're pushing like that. He plays very slow, and he tries. I think he's trying to hide the fact that he has walls. Some people will just make it completely obvious, but some people try to hide it and use it to their advantage. And just to be completely obvious, back in Source, I did use walls. I didn't use it to an advantage to the game. I at first initially put them on because in Source there were servers, SV Pure 1 and 2, that there were servers, I found this out, and it's a material wall. You can put materials in your material file to make your walls translucent, and it was not back bannable. And there are servers that didn't, your server, when it went up stock, it allowed it. And everyone was using it, so I used it initially to know which servers to avoid, and if I was in that server, you know there are tons of people cheating. And then eventually I started using it. I wanted to learn, I kind of use it to learn how cheaters react to things and how it works. You know, I tried to use it and try to hide it and see, just basically see how it worked, so I could learn from it. Actually, this is a 1.6 even. I was studying cheats to know what to look for. And then when Source came out and I found that, I could actually use it to learn for myself. They fixed that a long time ago, actually, so. You know, like that right there, you know, that could have been legit. He was peeking his corners, but I think it was fake peeks. I think he knew where he was at. But it doesn't get fishy till here in a couple rounds.
Throw in a flashbang. Grenade out. Smoke. Grenade out. Throwing a grenade.
He's got a guy pushing through a corner, so, you know, it seems like he plays passive when they're pushing him, when they're towards his side, and it seems like he plays more aggressively when they're not towards his side. But like this right here, he had a guy push through, so that could be obvious if he wasn't cheating. He just doesn't ever seem to care about the side that there's no threat. You know, right now he a little bit of a pre-fire, even though he could hear him. I thought that was weird. And he's gonna know, he knows that this guy is over here at Sandbags. Could be a legit peek. I just felt like he knew that he was there. And he doesn't seem to want to take sites. He doesn't seem to want to retake sites because I think it's hard to hide when you're pushing in fast and you're retaking, because You can't go in and just snap to the players. You know, it's hard to hide on retakes. And I think that's why he doesn't retake. I wish that you could view an entire match, because a lot of times it's at the end of the match where they, you know, say right now he's being cautious. They start calling him out in chat, and it's towards the end that normally people just make it completely obvious. So he could be completely obvious about his walls from the end, and we'd never know it. Like right here, he knows where the threat's at. He waits. Fake flash. I'm saying this from a point of view of a cheater. It's a fake flash. Kind of peeking his corners there, and he never really puts his crosshairs, like later you'll see, he never really puts his crosshairs where he should. He never looks to his left. He knows there's nobody to his left. Still, again, nobody to his left. He knows they're not there. He knows that they're all up mid. You know, he could have got a call or heard sounds, but he never peeks to his left. He does some fake peeks. He does a little quick fake peek here, not actually looking at anything.
Roger that.
He's not going to retake site because he doesn't want to give away the fact that he knows where they're at. Because there's too many of them for him to fake it.
Grenade out.
Now it's a 1v3, so he's going to back off. That could be legit, but he doesn't seem to ever take site.
They can't stop the bomb now.
When you put your judgment at the end, it has to be, you know, obvious, evident, without a reasonable doubt, which that's why I'm having so much troubles, because I feel from experience that this guy is trying to hide walls. So far, I can't say 100% that it's completely obvious. From experience, I say that he is.
I am throwing a grenade.
But maybe they were just lucky. Like right here, he's pushing through. He knows there's no. Well, his teammate's pushing through. Maybe he's telling them. This is. I wish there was audio. I wish you could hear audio, because maybe someone heard where they're at. Oh, and right there, he saw that guy. He saw that guy through there. At least in X-ray, I think the guy was hidden behind that second wall, but he seemed to know that he was there through that wall from far away, through two walls.
Throwing a flashbang. I am throwing a flashbang.
He just always knows where the threat is at.
Throwing fire.
Nobody ever sneaks on him.
Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
He walks everywhere
Smoke.
to try to make it look like he's being, you know, that was a fake peek right there. He already looked out and gave a fake peek. He knows there's nobody ult. And then he perfect flashes this guy. And then does a little, I'm gonna look at the wall until I see the guy.
Throwing smoke.
Had his crosshair close, but not right on him.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Knows there's no threats, kind of gives it a run up. He knew that guy was walking out. He saw him walk out. He didn't hear him, but he snapped to him before he peeked.
Laying down smoke. Grenade.
Pushing through, no threat. Pushing through. They've probably been calling him a cheater for the past 4 rounds.
Grenade out. I am throwing
He's
a
starting to
grenade.
get a little antsy with it. Pushing through, he knows they'll be there. Of course, they're calling out. There's a bunch here.
I am throwing a flashbang. Grenade. Throwing smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
No, it's a tough one. He sees the guy to his right.
Deploying flashbang. Flashbang.
He's kind of peeking, then realizes that he's ult and not close. He never peeks at the right side because he knows there's no threat. He knows the other guy is on ult, and there was no threat to his right, so he peeked left and never even hesitated to look back. And then this right here, he does like a pre-shoot. Could be legit, but you know. Everything just seems too fishy every round.
Grenade out.
See, he sees the two threats. Of course, he hears them.
Smoke. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
Hears him, you know. That's...
Throwing flashbang.
So that guy's down. And he still waits for the threat. Only plays passive when they're on his side. If they're not, then he pushes through.
Roger that. There's no stopping us. I am throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Laying down smoke. Roger that. Good stuff.
He's definitely not a smurf, I know that.
We took the piss out of them.
He's either getting very lucky with his peaks, which just doesn't seem lucky because he doesn't ever peek. Didn't check his left there. He went automatically to the right. Of course, he's not looking at their heads through the walls, so that's the thing. If you're hiding it, you're not going to be looking at their heads through the walls, which is what he's trying not to do. So he's just getting somewhat close to the enemy when he comes around the corner so that he can take a quick shot after he comes around the corner. Right here, he's pushing through, pushing through. Knows there's no threat, pushing through. They could be calling 4 or 5 banana or whatever, I don't know, mid. But he just doesn't seem to care about any other spots. Unless they're there. You know, but sometimes he peeks. Sometimes he looks at corners, but it just looks like to me that it's somebody trying to hide walls. But I'm not 100% sure. So again, this is the third time I'm postponing judgment. I'm going to upload this. I want to know what you guys think. Watch this. Tell me if you think that he's walling, or if he's trying to hide walls, or if there's not enough evidence. That's the thing. Evident beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm questioning it, but I want to take a risk on my rating, on my Overwatch rating, and say yes, that he is on walling. I need your help, guys. Let me know.